Hey guys, I have another video for you today, and this time it's going to be another nilfgaard deck. There's been quite a few powerful nilfgaard decks on the ladder the past few weeks. You know, you've got your soldiers, you've got your alchemy, you've got your hand buff, and now you've got this, which seems like it could be a contender for the top spots on in terms of deck strength and all that. And I really wanted to give it a go. I basically net decked some people I saw playing it on pro ladder. But the idea of the deck is kind of a bit of a hybrid, sort of revealy, hand buffy, Nova deck for of course the Calveit faction leader, whatever. Um, and yeah, I mean we can jump right into the cards, see what the deck's doing, and kind of get a feel for it. So yeah, the basic idea is you have Nova, of course, which is going to be a 22-point gold when you have two copies of bronzes in your deck, which we in fact do. Um, and really, yeah, the idea is you're not losing too much power on the bronzes because you're playing things like Imperial Golems, which are going to pop out the deck for 3 points. You're playing Alchemists, which work naturally with spotters, um, revealing a Nilfgaardian Knight, for example. And then you have the Magni Division spotter synergy with those Nilfgaardian Knights, giving you a lot of points. Scale shields are tutored by the Magni divisions, and recruits tutor the Magnis and the spotters and the knights and all that. So effectively, the idea is all the bronzes work together pretty well. You don't really lose any value from running two copies of each. You even have Vico Medic for some graveyard hate in there, to help against Skellige and whatnot. So, works pretty nicely, I think. And then in terms of like the power of the golds and the silvers, it's just incredible. I mean, you have Vilgeforce for just like a ton of points, of course. You have Rainfarn for spy access, Joachim, which is just incredible. You then have Kahir as well, like on top of this. Do you even need a Kahir? Probably not. I mean, like 6 points plus a card in round three, sure, you take that. And then you have, of course, Siri Nova. I mean, Siri Nova maybe isn't even the best finisher this deck has, so it really gives you a sense of how strong this can be. And yeah, in terms of silvers, I'm running Peter just because I saw other people running it, so I assume it's okay. In mirrors or against hand buff, proper hand buff with a mirror or consume and stuff like that. I think consume will be hard without Igni to beat, but you never know. You have Vico for Neca Warrior maybe to steal that. But yeah, Peter's just in there. I guess you can strengthen Roach sometimes. You can maybe strengthen Calveit sometimes. It might even be better just to be playing Mandrake for more carryover value, but I'm not sure. Um, then you have Cynthia for basically getting golems out sometimes. One alchemist plus Cynthia, reveal your own dude, get two golems out, pretty neat, and it's often a lot of points. You have Joachim for that sweet, sweet value, and you have Roach for that sweet, sweet value, along with the Sire, of course, which is always a powerful card in Nilfgaard. Doesn't need to be said over and over again, but I say it anyway. And then, yeah, of course, the Spy, it's pretty good. So yeah, the idea of the deck is just you kind of thin with your bronzes, do your stuff, find your gold cards, smash your gold cards in round three because they're really, really powerful. So yeah, that is the idea of the deck, and we'll jump into some gameplay now. Alright, looks like we're up against Ithne, the wonderful leader that is Ithne. Okay, guys, so with the mulligans, you're going to be wanting to get rid of Imperial Golems, Wyvern Scale Shields, and Roach, and potentially even a Spy if you have Rainfarn and two Spies. So, pretty straightforward mulligans. I mean, you can occasionally brick, if you're really unlucky. Here, we have a pretty good hand. We probably don't want two Vicos for round one, though, so we're happy to get rid of one of those, then a Shield, and then we have to kind of keep this. The only issue with this sort of hand is we don't have any ways to reveal stuff and get the golems out, which is a little bit of an issue. That doesn't happen too often with the deck, but occasionally you're going to find yourself in tricky spots like that. So we could think about getting rid of sort of a Vico or maybe even a Spotter to look for those reveal options. It's a little bit risky because we can get Golem or Roach, but I think I'm going to take the risk. And Magni Division, sure, that's better than Vico for round one, I think. So yeah, I mean, usually the plan is to play Cynthia or Alchemist to kind of get the reveals going right and get your golems out of the deck, thinning and all that. Here we don't have any, so it's a little bit rough. We can probably just start with the Magni division though. I think it's reasonable since we have Cantarella in hand. We get the full value, 16-point card, not bad, right? Can't really complain with that. But yeah, we just kind of want to play our bronze out, do some thinning, and then save our power cards for round three. Should be pretty nice. Okay. And the elves are coming out, guys. The elves are coming out. So we could think about going Cantarella. I kind of like it. We need to find our ways to reveal. Otherwise, golems and stuff are going to brick us. And we've done a little bit of thinning with the Magni. You can, of course, pass, and of course we're going to get double Vico because Mulligan feature is not a thing, Kappa, but that's okay. Whatever. At least we didn't Calveit into double Vico. That would have been actually terrible. So now we'll go with leader, and we have to really find an alchemist or Cynthia at least. Unfortunately, we do not. So it looks like either recruit or shield is the pick. We'll take recruit. We have 1 and 3rd to hit spotter and just feel terrible, but not super likely. And unfortunately, this doesn't reveal our knight. If it did, that would be pretty neat. We'd get full value spotters. But yeah, not looking too good at the moment. I mean, we might even have to high roll a little bit and go for something. This is a tricky spot, honestly, with no alchemist or Cynthia, which shouldn't happen too often, but you know, sometimes never lucky, apparently. So, what are the options here? We could go for the Joaquin. We don't know what we're pulling. It could be anything. It could be a golem into 13 strength, and then we lose. Might not be worth it. The issue is if we don't go for that Joaquin, then we're in trouble anyway, right? Because we're drawing Wyvern Scale Shield and Joaquin, which are both deads, and then we're going to have Golem. So I think we have to just risk it, honestly. I think we just have to go for it and hope we hit the right card here. If we don't, kind of tricky. Okay, I mean, Spotter's not what we want, really, but at least it blocks the at least it blocks the Scorch, right? Could be worse in theory. We would love to get Peter off on the leader as well for the Kahir value, but not sure if that would be possible. Now, this is very rare. I've played this deck quite a bit now, and doesn't happen too often that you you know, aren't getting those reveals. Okay, so probably have to pass at this point, I think, right? The Scorch is going to be too much to deal with. Whatever. If we get a Scorch, yeah, we'll take it. We've done some thinning. We've got down to 9 cards. It's okay. We have 2 golems in the deck that we need to get rid of, but we can work around that. I'm sure we'll draw an alchemist now, and everything will be peaches and cream, and we'll be fine. Hopefully, that is the hope. This might be tricky because I mean the Scorches are really painful, especially against Nova and everything else. So we might have to go for some Messiah shenanigans to shuffle that stuff back. So this is a brick. We're probably going to hit Golem now because never lucky. We do in fact hit that. So you know we'll play it out, of course, allowing us to mulligan one more time. Fine, whatever. Just give me a goddamn alchemist or Cynthia or whatever, and we should be good. We do need to reveal basically a dude for spotter, so you know Cynthia doesn't guarantee that because he can always play it from hand. Alchemist does, so we'll keep that. Pretty good hand. Okay, now we're fixed. Everything's good. We had some bricks momentarily. Don't worry, guys. Everything is fine now. So we'll start with the alchemist. Reveal one of his dudes and our dude. Swordmaster. Wow. The more you know. So he might be playing Hawker supports. He might even be playing Dragoons. Who knows? Maybe he's just playing Element Swordmaster, because why not? Card is OP. Everybody knows. So we're probably going to save Vico for Archer in case we need it to disalign a Scorch. Might be valuable later. Probably going with the Spotter now is safe. If he wants to Scorch it or do that sort of stuff, go ahead, buddy. You know, like we're not going to stop you. I mean, we maybe can with the Sire. Honestly, it's probably just worth shuffling the Scorch back. It's just kind of worrying if he has this in Grim Outlaw because he can replay it basically, get an extra Scorch. But if he doesn't, it's really good for us. And of course, we're going to shuffle back Roach as well. Nature's Gift, I guess, as well would be pretty problematic, but it's kind of a gambling on him not having Isengrim. If he does, whatever. I mean, not the end of the world, right? Not the end of the world. Okay, so we want to play Magni Division before Nilfgaard Knight and kind of before Kahir, otherwise we maybe have some options that we don't want to take. We get less information about our leader. So I think we'll play it now. I mean, we always have this Archer to disalign a Scorch if he goes for it. So I think we'll probably be okay. We can maybe even Peter, you know, it does reset though instead of heal, so we're going to lose a lot of points if we do that. Maybe not ideal. Okay, there's his archer. So probably he has no more archers. I think we'll be safe if we just take his and do the same sort of thing to him. Okay, buddy. He might. I mean, who knows what this guy is? Does he play 4 Dolbelhanna archers? I've not seen it before, but anything is possible in Gwent, guys. Anything is possible. We will see. I mean, whatever the case may be, we're getting Scorch for like 20 points anyway, if he has it. So if he has the Isengrim, we're in a little bit of trouble anyway in that sense. But, you know, we're 20 points up right now, and we haven't played any of our powerful cards yet, really. So it might be perfectly fine. Who even knows? So we have got all the spotters out and all the magnies out, so it should be safe to play Nilfgaardian Knight, I believe. Also worth bearing in mind, Peter on sort of our own archer here is pretty powerful. It's actually a lot of points, like 14. Well, I say a lot. Given that he's got no buffed up units, it's pretty decent value. Um, for sure. And then, yeah, we can go with the Cahir and we can go with Vilgefortz, controlling what we are pulling with those units. I didn't really talk about replacements for cards in this deck, but there's a lot you can do. Like, you can play Vanhamar for some of the silvers, maybe for Peter or whatever. Oh, he has Shiru, of course. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, Vanhamar's a pretty solid pick. You can also have, what else? Trying to think. I guess you could run Guardian and it wouldn't be too bad. You can run Igni instead of Cahir. I've seen a lot of people doing that, or even instead of Wakim and Rainfarn, and you can mix up all those golds and silvers a little bit. Really, the core of the deck is the bronzes, the Nova, the power cards, right? As you would expect. So here we'll go with Peter, I think. Just grab that buff. Why not? Just get those points. That's what we need right now. We need points on the board. Probably should be row stacking, but I mean, doesn't really matter too much. Maybe he's running something wacky, like a Hailstorm. You never know. They could be running Hailstorm. Wow, he's going with the Scorch now. That's actually really nice for us because it means Nova might be surviving. We'll go with Cahir now. Roach will pop out, and we can get a look at what our deck is got for us in the waiting. Okay, so. Is this recruit dead? That's what you gotta ask. I think it actually is, which is a little bit terrible. How has this happened to me? I made my mistakes, etc., etc. Okay, we'll take Cynthia. It's probably the most points. We get a little bit of a look at what he's got. We might even just go offensive Vilgefortz for the heck of it. He might not even have any bronzes left with 4 cards in deck. We definitely don't like. Come on, taking a 1-point card is not very good here. I need to, yeah, I need to get to grips with this deck a little bit more because I've been making a couple of errors here and there, and it's actually, you know, it can brick occasionally if you're a little bit unfortunate if you don't control your deck properly. Like I probably should have not shuffled the Scorch, but instead my own dude. But I didn't realize there was another recruit in deck. Well, the more you know, guys, the more you know. So. Do we just burn one of his dudes? I think we do. The question is, do we Nova first? You got to ask the question, will he have another answer to it? Probably not, right? I mean, he might have Igni. If he has Igni, like, he has card advantage anyway, right? So he's gonna get some kind of removal on the Nova, whatever happens. So don't really have anything there. Oh no, he does have Scorch with the Isengrim. That's pretty painful. Yeah, definitely it could have avoided that by shuffling something different back, but whatever. We will burn this Elf Boy, and he doesn't have any bronzes, so it turns out that was a decent decision. And we're fine, no problems. But yeah, deck tracker would help. That that would help with the recruits and whatnots. But yeah, we'll jump into another game now and see if it works a second time. All right, we have a game against Mr. Baruva Hoog, the dwarf leader. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna just mulligan the golem immediately, of course, and then at the shields. Hope we don't get roach. That would not be ideal. But okay, looks like a pretty good hand. This deck's really consistent. That's what I've been noticing is you're always getting this kind of alchemist, Cynthia thing going on, or double alchemist or whatever. You're getting the golems out. You're able to reveal something for spotter. It just seems to work very nicely from what I've been playing so far. And I'm thinking maybe you want Weather Clear is potentially an option, since don't have any right now. But yeah, we'll just I think we'll just open with maybe Cynthia. Seems like a pretty fine card to start with. You reveal the highest unit, so the Alchemist isn't going to kind of disrupt that. By going with the Cynthia first, this might be Yaven. Oh no, ADC Yaven is pretty punishing. Of course, if we pass, he can take it with the old Shiru. I mean, we probably have to play our Cantarella, and he's going to be able to get a lot of value there with the old Shiru. We could also just play on. We could play sort of a Magni division. He'll probably take the pass. Maybe that's a better option for us. The issue is he might, if we do that, he may be able to sort of damage our guy down, and get the Shiru anyway, which wouldn't feel great, but whatever. Whatever, I'm gonna do it. Has to be done, I think. 2 cards down. Eh, not ideal. Maybe a reason I probably shouldn't play Cynthia, but you don't expect it to ever really line up with with a Yaven that they play with ADC, so whatever. A little bit random from the opponent, that's all I'm gonna say. But okay. So, Vilgefortz, Recruit, not bad, not bad at all. We can probably hold this hand since we still have a Golem and Roach in the deck, and a Shield, of course. Now we can play our Cantarella pretty safely, and I think we want Spotter over the Alchemist here. The Alchemist, not really useful. We can just reveal a Sire and one of his cards, or just play our Spotters on the 10 is also fine, should we want to do that. But it looks like we're going to be going against a Shoop deck or something of that kind, so Alchemist now I think is good. We'll thin the cards out, reveal a Sire. Okay. And now maybe we just pass, who knows. The question is, can our deck sort of keep up with this, we're a card down, can we beat Shoop with our bronzes? I'm not sure. It might be worth getting rid of the Spotter so that we're playing around Shiru and stuff. Okay, I like that. That's good for us. Of course, we are getting some of that long round value out from him. We would love to sort of set up carryover with Peter, so maybe we play Calveit and then Peter onto it afterwards. We can maybe Vico, I don't know, Scout later on or something. It doesn't look too good. Maybe Half Elf if he plays it. But yeah, I think Leader now, and out of these options, I think we definitely want Recruit. But good to know what's in our hand. What's on our draw. We're going to be getting Roach into Rainfarn, Wakim. So, I mean, right now, it looks like we have some very, very powerful round 3 cards. We've got all of our finishers ready, or they will be ready. Yeah, so I think we want a Peter now. We might play a Spotter before passing. But yeah, basically we're just setting up carryover, doing whatever until he chooses to pass. It's nice that we know what we're drawing. We can safely keep Recruit if we want to. For Magni Division or Knight. It might be worth playing. I think it's worth playing Spotter so that we're not too vulnerable to the old, whatever they call it, Shiru. We don't want all our units to be the same strength, so we're going to get rid of 1 here. And I think at this point we probably pass. Barclay Cleaver's nice to see, because that probably means he doesn't have, he won't be Hattoriing it for a lot of value, and no decoy on it as well. Okay, looks like he is just some kind of elf swarmy deck. I mean, we maybe even play another card here, to be honest. Maybe like a Vico. I'm kind of tempted to play Vico. It's going to be, what, 13 points? Maybe it's better to play Recruit, but Recruit onto Magni is actually stronger. Alternatively, we could just keep it all. I think he's playing Vanguards probably, so I'm tempted to push him down to a really short round 3, is kind of the thinking there. So yeah, I think Recruit, sure. Getting Knight is good for us. We can get that out of the deck. We don't really want that at this stage. Okay, there is a Merc. Yeah, and I'm tempted to play the Vico. I really am. I don't think it's really worth keeping. We're just going to be on sort of all power cards for round 3. Of course, he can't pass. We still have enough points to overcome if he does. And yeah, hopefully we just start seeing some of this, the payoff on playing Scouts and War Dancers. I haven't seen that before, but lots of interesting decks are around, it seems, these days, which is pretty nice. There's a little bit of evolution going on even within, within no changes sort of meta that's going on. So I think we have to pass here, otherwise we're not getting the Spotter value on a Sire. Otherwise I would play maybe a Sire, but we'd like to have a big unit for that. Unfortunately, she's not going to do a huge amount. We can maybe shuffle back a spell or something for him if he's going for maybe Sage value or whatever. Of course, we're mulligan Roach, getting Rainfarn, which is really good. And the Wakim will be pulling either Magni Division or Alchemist, I believe, if I am not mistaken. There's so many bronzes to keep track of in this deck, it's quite crazy. It might even be for a silver as well. I'm not sure if I have any left. But yeah. There's a lot to keep track of if you don't have a deck tracker. A little bit tricky, but okay. So we can probably just open with Spotter. I don't really see a reason not to. Then allows us to go for the Wakim and the Asire and all this sooner as well, which is always nice. I guess it maybe plays into sort of a shoop, but he doesn't have shoop. We know that much, so that's not a problem. Yeah, or potential Madromes or whatever, but that's going to be an issue at some stage anyway, I think, so not too worried there. Okay, here come the Vanguards. Oh no, lots of points. So we probably want to shuffle back sort of Cantarella and ADC or something like this. With the Sire, I think we do need to play the Rain Farm first. So we'll go for that. Of course, Roach comes out beforehand, so we're not too worried about that. And honestly, half-elf Hunter, right? It's the only option there. Merc, I'm just trying to think, we don't run any spells apart from the Wyvern Shield, but I don't think we want to thin the Wyvern Shield because we can always just take it with Kahir or Vilgefortz or whatever. And it looks like we're actually thinning it all the way down, which is pretty damn nice, you know. Pretty consistent deck as well as powerful. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed. I didn't think this would be incredible, but I'm definitely impressed. Let's say that much. Okay, so Malane, that's not too bad for us. We could probably go and Asaya now, maybe even Asaya something back into our deck that we'd like to draw out. Either maybe a Recruit or Peter or something like this. Is Peter worth getting? I'm just trying to think exactly what we have right now. We have an Alchemist, Magni, and a Shield. So honestly, it probably is worth, probably is worth going for that stuff. Maybe we even want to shuffle a War Dancer back for him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, this is weird because now we lose a couple of points on the Magni, but I don't know if it's relevant. So Peter, maybe it will be. I think Peter and just either Cantarella or War Dancer. Cantarella might be a bit riskier if he has two swaps in hand. I think we want to give him War Dancer. Because basically War Dancer is as bad as Cantarella. Well, I mean, Cantarella's 0 points, War Dancer's 3, so technically War Dancer's 3 more for him, but if he has a way to swap it out, then it's only 6 points for him, instead of, 13, which would be giving him otherwise, so it's probably okay. I don't know, that's quite a lot of points. 14 point Neglace, not too bad, honestly. Okay, so we've got this Kahir now, we'll play that, get Peter, I guess, is what we're looking for. Oh, or I guess we may as well take Magni in that case. Unfortunately, Peter's on the bottom, never lucky baby rage. Oh, oh, wait. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, I'm learning so much as I play this deck. Right, so there's only bronze or silvers. I didn't even know that. I did not even know that. The more you know, man. Okay, well, that's interesting. That might cost us the game, playing a Sire a turn too early. No good. But okay, we'll see. And he's going to have 2 bronzes left, which, isn't great for him, but it might be enough. I'm not sure. He doesn't have a Shiru or anything. And it seems like he didn't even play Shiru, so he could have gone for a pass in the round 1. Oh no! Did I just throw the game? I think it's very possible that happened. But yeah, Alchemist here. Double Vanguard. Are they 22 points is the question. We might actually still have it. These are only buffing 4 units, or 5, so actually I think it might be a tie. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I kind of threw that game a little bit. Actually, wait, no, he does win because he gets an extra health. No, that was definitely not well played from me. Jesus. But yeah, I mean, would have been a win if I had not made that mistake. So guys, let's just pretend I didn't do that. Played the Kahir first, all good, okay? Showcasing why I'm a washed up player, but anyhow, hope that gameplay is satisfactory. I think this deck is pretty good if you learn how to play it right. Deck tracker would maybe be helpful as well for me, but whatever. Anyhow, hope it was still fun to watch, and I'll see you next time.